Welcome back, guys. It's nice to see you in the second part of the tutorials. This time we're gonna do some editing and creating of collections, assets, and adding, removing plugins from them. I guess we should start probably by creating a collection, and then on top of it we'll be able to add the assets. Let's create a new authority pair, but this one let's call it collection plugins. And for collection plugins, let's add a plugin royalties. Very simple, new royalties, basis points. So let's say 5%. Each time somebody sells the NFT in secondary sales, 5% gets to the creator. So basis points, I think it's 10 plus. So 100% would be 1,000 basis points. And the creators, let's create one creator. New creator, he gets 100% of royalties, and the pub key, custom pub key, is gonna be my wallet right here. Cool, and now we have the collection plugins. So we could add probably a bit more verified creators and everything, but let's keep it simple with collection plugins. Func create mint collection, void. And let's just copy this whole thing right here. And we'll say frog collection, frogs.fun. And we, instead of mint asset, we can do mint collection. And it needs asset name, URI, and plugins. And I think that's gonna be it. Plugins, we'll say collection plugins. Do we need anything else? No, that should be it. Let's see if we are able to create the collection. So in here we should probably do await mint collection, and we should probably also do func mint asset, which is gonna take these parts in. Okay, and we could also do await mint asset, but this time we're gonna comment it. So for now, let's just try and create a collection and see if that works all right. And let's see. Now, whenever we log in, it should go into mint collection and mint the collection. And it seems that we got it. Our collection is G1UU. Test collection. String is this. Oops, it's this one. We'll need it for later. And actually, let's try and run it. Let's also maybe do pass here so we can comment this out. And let's try and in data, let's try and fetch the collection. You're gonna see a little bit of a difference right here. When we fetch it, you see it doesn't say MPL core asset, it says MPL core collection. So here we have plugins, and this one is a big plugin. Okay, royalties, data creators, and we have all the percentages, basis points, and stuff like that. Now, how do we add an asset onto a collection? That is actually really simple. So now instead of minting collection, let's mint an asset. Cool frog, the same cool frog, but let's do frogs.fun/cool, maybe. And now here we had null as the collection. Right here we can do var maybe collection key. Pub key will be pub key new from string. This one, just this collection. Should be simple as that. Okay, let's quit. And now in here we should do the collection key. And this null, what is it? Custom recipient. Yeah, so null custom recipient still. And asset plugin, so we'll still create. So basically the collection is gonna have the royalties plugin, and asset is gonna have the attributes plugin, which we created in the first part, the plugin attributes. It's gonna have that one. And as far as I know, you can create, if the mint asset is created on top of a collection, it inherits the plugins by the collection, unless you create the same royalties plugin on top of the asset with a different percentage that will override the default collections plugin. But let's not mess with that. Just wanted to share with you some theory. And let's try and mint an asset and see if this one is gonna work as well. Now we're minting an asset. And it seemed to be okay. And now let's try and C13. C13, let's try and fetch it again. So now we're going to not mint an asset, but check the data. Check the data, and well, let's do test asset. And this time we should see that authorities dev yeah, so we were the oh, this is going to be a very important part, which I'm going to get to very soon. Yeah, but grouping. Now group key, collection, group value, G1UU. So now this asset is from the collection of G1UU because we set it in the collection to set it to something. What we could do is, instead of mint asset, we could remove the plugin. Let's remove the plugin of attributes so that you kind of understand how it works. Instead of mint asset, we can do manage asset plugin. So for the asset, the pub key, asset pub key. Oh, that's right. We need to provide the asset which we want to edit. So that's really good that we were able to save this one. So we should probably do something like. Actually, let's just do edit asset plugin. Edit asset plugin, and let's say asset pub key. All right. So right here we move the script here, and from here we're going to remove it. Here we set it up again, and we have edit asset plugin. So right here, what we could do is, let's actually do something like this. So collection key, like this, and let's do var asset key. So sorry, I'm just kind of preparing so it just kind of feels more fluid. Asset key will be by the test asset. And what we can do right here is await edit asset plugin, and we're just gonna pass in this asset key from right here. Manage asset plugin, it needs an asset, so we can provide that. Collection, if the asset doesn't have a collection, you can just leave this as null if you're editing a lone asset, but since we do have a collection, we probably need to add it right here as well. Collection, pub key, and we should also add a collection key right here as well. So we're providing the collection, and then plugin. Which plugin would we like to edit? And this one, we cannot provide the whole array because you can only edit plugins by one. So I think what we could just do is asset plugins 0, because we just have one. We want to remove the attributes plugin, and manage state. So in the core manager, we have the state of management. Core manage state. What do we want to do? Would you like to add a plugin that we set? Would you like to edit it or remove it? Like edit it, we could just like use this one, set a different values and edit it, add and remove. So what we'll do is maybe we can just set right here, manage state, core manager, core manage state. What's it called? Core manage state is equal to core manage state. Let's do remove, and let's just pass in this that we want to remove a plugin. Actually, let's not remove it. Let's edit it. I think editing is cooler. So we're just gonna take this plugin and edit it. So let's try and now set it to cool true, and let's also add another attribute, which is gonna be hungry false, because he just ate a lot of flies. So now we have two attributes, and let's see if this is going to work. So transaction data, and that should be good. Let's try and run it. Edit asset plugin should be in the works. We don't need to fetch any data. And let's see if we're able to edit the plugin. Is it happening? Oh yes, it's happening. And now, without anything else, we can just again fetch the data. Let's not do any asset plugins, test asset. And now what we should see is that there should be two now attributes on the plugin. I just found it. Attribute list, key cool true, key hungry is false, and that is all on chain. Guys, is this cool? It's pretty easy, right? Really easy to manage all these things. You can just edit the collection the same way with core managed state, remove burn assets. Yeah, actually let's try that. Let's try that as well. Let's do func burn asset pub key. And here let's just copy this one, and what we're going to do is core burn asset. It requires asset, oh, and also collection if it's from collection. So let's do it. Collection pub key. We need collection. We don't need any assets, any managed state, just asset and the collection. And here let's do await burn asset key collection key, and that should probably burn it. And it's going to be very interesting to see, actually. You'll see why. So transaction data, burn asset should be good. Let's try and see if this works. Did we burn it? Boom, burned successfully. And now, very interesting part, we can still fetch this asset. So let's not burn it anymore. Let's try and fetch it, and you'll see very interesting thing. That even for burned assets, we're still able to get this asset with all its plugins. The only difference is that right here you will see, let's just content, authorities, compression, grouping, royalty, ownership. This is the one. Burned, true. The assets which are burnt are still going to be fetched, but you probably should have a check. We do have an SDK when we're fetching assets, adding them to like displayables. I do check if it's burnt, then we just do not load assets that are burnt, but they still do exist in this kind of database of DAS. Alright, so I hope you have a better understanding on how core collections work, assets work, how to manage them, how to edit them, and I think that can be really useful in games. I think core NFTs are especially useful in games. So really excited to have that in Godot. So next episode I think is going to be a shorter one. I'll try and have attributes plugin created in a script, so you can maybe reuse it if you want to have dynamic attributes based on different assets, so you can add them through script. See you then. I hope you're excited as I am. Bye-bye.